Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Cassini project after a bit of an absence. Been kind of a weird period of time for us, so we're back to it. Yay!
Yay!
Yay.
We're all here today.
Yeah. So, getting right into it. Last time, having dealt with various things because I can't bother to do an actual recap, you were informed that you guys have to go pick up Ted's nephew along with a bunch of other VIPs who are under attack by an Iconian force. Captain Harrison, are you planning on having a briefing for this before we start the battle sequence, or what?
We can probably just skip. We can probably just skip straight to the battle because I assumed I would have briefed everybody on the circumstances.
Alright, so we arrive at the battlefield. 2 of the ships have already been lost, unfortunately, carrying VIPs. The last one is a Miranda class, the USS Icarus. She has already received 2 breaches to her hull. She has a resistance of 3 and no shields up. There is there is only a single Iconian Baltim frigate.
Well, it was nice knowing you, Miranda.
Well, you guys have now burst onto the scenes, and you're the bigger threat. So, let's get to it.
We still have the double determination thing going.
Correct.
But we the double momentum.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, that's...
Yep, you got your double momentum, all that stuff, because Iconians.
So do we start with 6, or we just have a larger cap?
You have a larger cap.
Okay.
You're starting with 0, because new mission.
Alright, well we need to put ourselves in between the Iconian ship and the Miranda class.
So can I do some kind of maneuver to, intervene?
You can make a movement roll.
Yeah, can we buzz them?
You want to buzz the Iconians.
Ideally, I just want to draw aggro.
Alright. So, hitting the threatening stance button on the tray bar, then.
Yes.
Alright. So you wanted that to be a con maneuver, though.
Yeah, I think we can do that.
Yeah, you can do it. You're within range to do something like that. Baz, can you do a control con assisted with the Cassini doing engines con?
Okay, it's just gonna be 2, no extra die.
Yeah,
Okay.
no extra die. Not unless you're gonna spend threat. Yeah, you're gonna succeed.
Who's rolling for the Cassini?
Very good point.
Yeah, who's running the Cassini?
How about Journey?
Yeah, Journey, as the ship's doctor.
What am I rolling?
Engines con.
You can do it.
Yay!
Nice.
Yep. This was a difficulty 1 task, so that's a point of momentum for you guys. You kind of dive in between the 2 ships, and you distract that Baltim frigate.
Alrighty. Do we have a way to keep the initiative? Do we anyone have that talent?
I believe a couple of you do.
If anyone has it, it would probably be Talus.
Yeah, I have it.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Let's fire phasers.
Alright. Talus, fire phasers.
Woo! Let's see.
Would you like to be assisted with Ariel?
Yes, please.
Alrighty.
Let's control security, yeah?
Yep.
Yes.
I
Assisted by the ship's weapons security.
with my aggressive negotiations focus.
Yeah, you know what? Since you're drawing threat, this is definitely an aggressive negotiation. You're negotiating that you hit us instead.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically that moment where you run past a screaming dinosaur waving your arms.
Yeah.
God,
Journey.
Jeff Goldblum, you idiot.
Journey, I need you to roll a
Weapon.
what is that? Yeah, weapon security roll.
Gotcha.
I think we're just going to officially have you be the official roller of the Cassini.
Okay, that's fine.
At least until you start rolling complications.
Or we're in sick bay, in which case you're making rolls. Well, it's a good thing that with all those zeros, Talus rolled a crit.
Yes.
So, Journey, can you hit that phaser? Is it phaser? You're doing phasers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hit the phaser damage button, please, Journey.
Ooh.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, the ball team is feeling it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, and it doesn't have any resistances.
I thought that was ship scale.
Huh?
I thought it was ship scale was resistance.
Oh yeah, it does have resistance of 3. I should put that in. So that brings it down to 4.
Still damage.
Yeah.
Could
so-
use a momentum to re-roll those.
Let's save it. We only have the 1 momentum right
So,
now.
I mean, we've got versatile
No, you
too,
get
so
bonus
we've got...
momentum
Yeah.
just from hitting because of the versatile.
Yep.
Oh.
You get what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, just the 2.
Yeah,
It's not a.
Yeah, it's not per effect. It's just
Right.
2. So you got
Oh.
2 you can spend immediately.
I mean, that's just 2 challenge dice. That's up to
So, I
Can
mean,
we-
we can
oh,
just
yeah,
add 2
take a-
damage just straight off the bat if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not against that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems good.
Okay. So, bringing that down to 5. And it does take breach. I need to roll to... Where is my stupid dice launcher? Because it just put it away.
I should probably mention we've gone to red alert and we're at battle stations.
I think that was implied.
Kind of a given where Iconians are involved.
Exactly. It's important because we need everybody to be ready because they're gonna fucking beam out of the ship.
Isn't it double
Not
red
if we
alert
kill
for
him too quick.
Iconian?
It helps. What was that,
Nah,
Steph?
we're just at yellow alert. It's fine.
Yeah, I know it's yellow alert. We're good. Yeah.
We're just
I think
chilled.
it's-
Condition green, we're used to this shit. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's double red alert for Iconian.
Yeah, it's...
Double
There is
dumbass
such
on the
a thing.
Iconians alert.
My god, they've gone to plaid.
So you guys actually damaged its weapon system with
Yes!
that breach. Yeah. All right, but
We'll
it's
take it.
It's turn now.
Yikes.
Yep.
It's okay, we can handle it.
Yeah, this is it's a frigate class ship. E.
We can probably handle it.
It's probably that 7 is probably just 1 success, not 2.
Let me see. No,
Does the discipline go over 5?
no, it doesn't. So that's just
I mean, it hits, but
yeah, it hits. So just one more threat for them, and I haven't even rolled the ship's task yet. Yeah. So
yeah, no, they hit.
yeah, it hits. And it's gonna strike you with its anti-proton beams.
Everybody, get ready to shimmy.
Oof.
Ensign Ramirez, remember to jump over that console when it explodes.
Does he? That's
Make sure you land on the stunt pad. We don't want another injury.
4,
That's 14.
Jesus Christ.
8, 10, 12, 14 damage. Minus your resistance, which is 4, so
Holy.
10 damage.
That's 2
That's,
breaches.
That's 2
Well,
breaches.
We got shields.
Yeah, but
We
shields,
had shields.
You've got 2 points of shields left.
Right, and 1 breach, because it's only damage over 5, not every 5 damage.
Is it?
It is.
Okay.
It's 5 or more.
I need someone to roll a d20 to see what system was breached.
I'll do it.
I need to make like a ship combat cheat sheet.
There is one. It's in the GM sheet.
Of course.
Well, this is just let's see.
I mean, of all the times to roll the 20, that's when to do it.
What is the 20?
That would be damage to weapon systems.
Yep.
Well, the engineers are going to have a lot to do today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just take some minor action to get them back online.
Well, they're not offline. They're just damaged. So.
That's
breach number 1. But it's your guys' turn again.
We need shields.
Yeah, can I use my turn to work on shields?
You may. Or you can have Sehen do it.
Yeah, we could have our engineer do it. And they're going to be engineering, so they have less difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You could assist.
Yeah, I'll assist him.
All right.
Yeah, that'll work.
So that's control engineering. He actually does have a focus in this.
Thank God.
Hey, does my new lead by example focus apply?
You know what? I'm going to allow that.
Yay!
Excellent.
You held down there. Go. Sehen, reroute power through yada yada yada.
Yeah. Hit the flim flam with it.
Ooh, nice.
All right.
Very nice. Very nice.
That's extremely nice. That's what? I think that's 2 additional momentum you guys have.
And we get shields back a little bit.
Yeah, I need to.
And you can spend momentum to get more shield back.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what that roll is exactly. And you'd think I'd have it memorized by now, but we don't go into combat in the other game enough.
Ironically, in the other game, we talk our way out of problems.
Except for the one time. Bloody his nose.
I take that back. You actually get another momentum because it's only difficulty 1.
Ooh, nice.
And
I think it's 3 shields and another 3 per momentum spent.
Yeah, it's two shields plus 2 per momentum. So if you guys spent all of it right now, you could get your shields back to full.
I say we do that.
Yeah,
I'm good with that. Yeah, these guys hit hard.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm good with that.
All right. Shields restored. Of
We're
course,
hit pretty hard, so no one takes an injury, I'm assuming?
Yeah. No one takes an injury. I'm not going to have it done that time, not until shields fall. Just some console sparks. Yeah. There's proper management here.
Yeah.
Generally, you would have to determine if someone takes an injury if, say, the hull got a breach.
Yeah, if a structure hit is someone gets an injury.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, it's still the Cassini's turn because the Bolton is already gone, and the Icarus is borderline disabled.
Alright, so who wants to go?
I could.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to attempt to scan the ball team radar for weaknesses.
All right. Increase difficulty by 1 because Iconians.
Okay. So what is my difficulty then?
Probably be a difficulty 3, I believe. Let me double check. Sensors and internal references. Sensors task. Scan for weakness. It'd be a difficulty 2. Control sciences assisted with the ship's sensors and security.
Which is why the difficulty got reduced by 1, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay, here goes.
Yeah, it's down to 1.
What am I rolling again? Sorry. Reason science?
No, it's control science.
Control science. I'm going to use my Iconian determination on this one.
All right.
I will fight for my ship and its crew.
Absolutely.
So that's 2 successes, and we will add to that
1 more.
one more.
So that's
which is
2
exactly
more.
what I did that.
So, all right.
And then sensor
And
science.
then sensor science, if you would, Journey.
Mm-hmm. Journey.
He's working on it.
Yeah, there we go.
Sorry, I forgot I was on push to talk.
That's all right.
All right. So that's one more momentum. Your weapons on the next turn will have the piercing 2 quality.
And I think there is something else on top of that. I can't remember what it is though.
I've got it right here. The vessel's next attack before the end of the sensor operator's next turn gains the piercing 2 quality. That's all it says.
Okay.
But that's
Nice.
enough. Like that's a serious upgrade to the weapons.
Yeah.
So a little blue line appears on the ship. All right. So has everyone gone, or
No, actually.
that's right?
Harris-
The captain.
Harrison hasn't, and Drake has.
Oh, Drake's on. Is he bridge crew? I don't think he is.
He's not. I'm not putting him in combat on bridge crew.
Okay, that's fair. Then it's just.
All right.
Yeah.
I am going to use the direct task to give clear and concise orders. Choose one other officer on the bridge. The officer attempts a single task determined by the CEO, and I get to assist with my command discipline. So I am going to order Talus to fire again,
Keep
I
firing,
see.
assholes.
and I get to
Hey,
assist.
I'm not the asshole on this ship.
We're all assholes.
No, that's. I have
Ted
it
comes
in
on
my
board and starts
mind.
firing.
Which? Jesus.
Alright, mind if I take a momentum, y'all?
That's what it's for.
Go for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I get to assist on this one.
Cool.
Mhm.
Is this just command disciplines? You're going to give me an attribute.
And the ship will continue to assist as well.
Jesus Christ.
Holy
Holy
shit.
fuck!
What should I roll?
And Talus
I
smashes the
think
big
you
red
won.
button.
It would be for you. It's presence command.
Okay. And I get to use my command presence, I assume.
Yes.
Yay!
Thank you. All right. So
Can I use determination to reroll that?
you've got a free one. Do you got a value?
Harming my family is a dangerous mistake.
Even when I'm the one who does it.
Also, there is the directive of making protecting the Icarus.
I'm gonna say no. Not this time.
All right.
Because you're the one who's hurting your own damn crew. So you still end up with. Let's see. You're up to 5 momentum. But there's a complication on the field unless you guys want to spend threat to get rid of it.
I mean, we still succeeded, so like it can't
Well,
override.
no. Complications mean that I can something happens. He can say we target something else, or et cetera, et cetera. In combat, there's very particular things that complications can do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So okay, then let's get rid of that nasty complication.
Thank you for the threat.
Like you didn't
Alright.
have enough already.
You want to go ahead and fire Journey? What weapon system are you firing? Phasers or quantums?
We would have had to declare that up front, so I'm
Yeah,
assuming
phasers.
phasers.
Okay.
Yeah, because we would have had to give threat for quantums.
Okay.
Nice.
Very nice.
2, 3,
Two.
5, 6, 7, 8,
And that
and piercing
and
2.
that's with piercing 2, so their resistance is
1.
0.
negative.
No, they have 3 resistance.
Piercing 2 reduces it by 2 for every effect rolled.
Ah, okay. So,
Is that momentum spend or the special thing you have?
That was from scanning for weakness.
Okay, yeah, because momentum spend is different.
yeah, so that's what? That's minus 2, 4, 6, 8?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's 0 resistance.
We don't do negatives in the system?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, that wipes out their shields entirely. That was, what, 4, 8,
Yeah,
10
That-
damage?
and that is 2 breaches. 1 for
Yeah.
dropping their shields and 1 for 5 damage.
Yep. That's 2 breaches. I'm gonna have to roll that.
What's their scale?
Their
3.
scale's 3, but it doesn't really matter at this point.
Well, I mean, if their scale matches their breaches, I think they explode. Or they're incapacitated.
Yeah. But they only got 2 of those. I only rolled 1.
But that's alright, we didn't breach last time, because we only got 4 damage in.
Alright, so
Oh,
got...
no, we paid momentum so we would get a breach.
That's right, dang it.
Yeah.
This combat needs a cliff notes.
So, but you did hit it twice in its structure.
Ooh!
Bluey.
You're welcome,
Yeah.
sir.
Good shot.
Alright. Who hasn't gone yet this turn?
Has Catharis actually gone? I don't think they assisted.
I'm gonna say an assist counts as going.
I don't think Vrask has gone.
Vress can't go.
That's
Morass
that's
can't
right.
do anything.
Doesn't
Then
do
I think everybody's gone.
Yeah.
Alright.
I
Round
mean, we're
2.
kind of out of targets.
Yeah, round 2. Fight. Cassini starts again.
Lieutenant,
we-
one more time.
With the phasers again, sir?
Yeah. There's no need to waste quantums.
Do we
Right.
still have Pierce?
Until my
Yes.
next turn, yes.
Yes.
Jesus.
I'm going to spend 1 momentum.
And I'm not going to assist this time. I think the lieutenant's got this.
I've got this, sir.
Yeah, she does.
Alright. Yeah, that's... Alright. Nicely done. Roll damage.
Do we need a reroll? Because that's 5, 6, 7, 8.
Nope.
Yeah.
If it's structure, that thing is gone.
As an NPC ship, it's gone anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Yep. And that Baltum is destroyed.
I turn over to Catharis. Damage control teams.
I nod and I start dishing out sweeps through the.
Lieutenant, hail the Icarus.
Aye, sir. The captain of the Icarus comes on. Captain. Thanks for the rescue. Though I don't know how much good it's going to be. We need you to take our VIPs immediately. We still have Iconians on the ship.
Alright, we'll commence emergency beam out.
Thank you, Captain. And stuff is transferred over to your crew saying, okay, we've got the first set of VIPs on the transporter pad.
Mm-hmm. We'll keep focusing on the VIPs, and if we can, we'll get the crew next.
Alright. So, I guess it'll be Kashima is in the transport room, starts beaming them out, and the Icarus explodes.
I was just thinking, I wonder how long they'll be able to hold out with Iconians on board.
Oh, exactly that amount of time.
Right.
Kashima was like, hang on, I'm still trying to... And they beam. He goes, Captain, I got 3 of them. Out of 7 on the pad.
I'm running to the transporter bay.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll stay on the bridge.
Go stay on the bridge. Okay. Give me just one moment, please. Set up the transporter room. Alright.
I'm assuming there was like an itinerary of who was a VIP on the ship.
Yeah, so Kashima actually shoots you a text message with the list of the VIPs who beamed over. 2 of them catch your attention immediately. King Desheno Wovantris and his fiancée, Kiasi, soon-to-be Wovantris.
Okay.
And then there is a, just looks like some random alien gen diplomat. Someone of no importance, basically.
Uh-huh.
That person is injured and is on their way to
Okay.
sick bay.
So as I'm running, it's probably always faster to take the turbo lift. Right?
Yeah, turbo lifts get you right there.
Okay. So yeah, as I'm in the turbo lift, I'm going to hail the admiral and tell him to please promptly arrive at the transporter.
The thing.
The thing with the thing.
The thing with the pad and the people.
All right.
Ted acknowledges without any kind of comment.
All right. So the two of you arrive at the transfer room at the same time, and Ted, you're immediately greeted by some random alien dude with his face like burned off, being wheeled off the sick bay in a hover bed, and then your nephew and his fiance. Oh,
Ted does a double take.
Oh, you two. I take it we've gone even deeper into the fire since you two aren't shooting at each other. And Dash just has a huge grin on his face.
Dash! Oh.
Alright.
What the hell are you doing all the way out here?
I was on my way back to Delphi from getting a briefing at Starfleet Command about the situation. Supposed to appear before the House next week about this.
I mean, thank God you're safe, but Jesus. Unexpected. Good. Unexpected. Yeah, no, this is fine.
I'm just...
Please,
can I make an insight roll?
Go for it.
You know what? Catharis, you're going to be assisting the king on this one.
God.
And... So, Insight Command. Ted, you have to oppose with Control Command.
Okay.
Does my intelligence operations apply for that?
Yes.
I have no focuses, so...
Mm-hmm.
You need a lying through your teeth focus.
Go!
Oh!
What? Catharis is assisting, so that complication.
That's true.
That's right.
That's true.
Right, okay.
Dang it.
And right now I have to reduce down the momentum. But you guys gain... You gain one back, so... Catharis, you realize Ted is utterly failing to hide his surprise.
Uh-huh.
And you also know that the king is just sitting there like, oh, I know what the fuck this is about. Oh, don't bullshit me, Ted.
He thinks he knows what this is about, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna, look between the two of them and look to, Dash.
Look to what?
Look to Dash. And, kind of give, a slight head tilt of acknowledgement.
He just smiles and he runs over to and hugs both of you at the same time.
Yeah, that's back.
Hi.
No one expects the Delphi Hugquisition.
Commander, meet your cousin.
Meet?
It's a long story. I'll be happy to explain that when we're not in a transporter room.
Yeah, let's get you settled in some quarters.
All right. It's good to see you both, though. And Ted, I get the feeling I need to talk to you alone at some point.
Maybe you want to hear it from Zach instead. He's on board.
No, I'd rather hear it from you, if for no other reason than to just see you squirm. And he just winks.
I just hold my hand up for a high five.
He responds with a high five.
Oh, for God's sake.
I like you.
And Kiasi, on the other hand, just goes, a question, where's the mess hall? Again? Yeah. It's not my fault. I know it's not your... Well, Ted, Cathera Space will find out now, since it hasn't been officially announced yet, damn pomp and circumstance skin. She's pregnant.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Not married yet. Gonna be a scandal when it comes out. Gonna be one hell of a scandal when it comes out. Fuck them.
How about I walk you to the mess hall and the two of you can talk politics?
How about we get some ensigns to do that, and I can talk to the commander for a minute.
And at this point, Kashima's like, Your Majesty, whatever your title is, looking at Kiasi, follow me, please. You don't have to call us any titles, Lieutenant. Quite frankly, I hate them all. And they both walk out.
Is Kiasi also Delphinian?
Yes, she's Delphinian.
As soon as we're quiet, I put a hand on Cathera's shoulder. Do not tell them anything about the future.
Oh, you mean about the whole fact that they're dead?
Yes! Especially that.
Well, we may have just saved them from happening.
Ted, do you want to do a reason check to see if that was how, as far as you remember, they died?
Sure.
Alright, so... Reason command.
Oh, okay.
Difficulty 1. Alright. So get a momentum. They didn't die on a transport. So you don't know how Kiasi died. She wasn't anyone of particular note other than she was known to be engaged to the king, but she had been largely kept out of the limelight by his choice.
Mm-hmm.
So any records about her seem to have probably been lost. As for him, he was on Delphi when the orbital bombardment of the city happened.
Yeah. And I start to Cutheris and I go, this isn't where he dies.
Well, this can be where he diverges from that path.
We are not changing the timeline. That is not our goddamn option.
It kind of is. That's why we're here.
We could very well be in the middle of a grandfather paradox. A loop. Regardless, we have a responsibility and we're not changing it. Which means we are not telling them shit.
We have a chance to make things better.
You have an order, Commander. I am giving it to you right now.
When did you get so cynical?
When everybody I loved died. And he's gonna leave.
They're not gone yet.
Shh. Doors closed.
Yeah, that's a mood.
Yeah, that's a mood.
I'm gonna go find my cousin-in-law fiance friend and make sure she's settled.
And while in the turbo lift, Ted's gonna contact Zach.
Okay. It comes. Ted, Dash is here.
Yes, no, I met him on the transport pad.
I know, I'm standing right next to him.
Oh, terrific. Great. Just wanted to try and give you the heads up before, but, whatever.
Forget it, Ted. It'll never happen on a ship this small. You're coming through.
I still got some few reports to get through. I will try to make time for you guys when I'm off duty.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Admiral up.
Catheris, as for you, you find out that Kiasi is ordering half the things that Axelon has in the mess hall, and everyone is staying out of her way.
I'm gonna bring some protein bars that I've stashed in my quarters too.
She's like, "You got any chocolate pudding I could dip these in?"
Sorry, no.
Whatever, I'll take them. Thank you.
If you need anything, just ask for me or Dad.
Oh, believe me, I don't ask Ted for anything.
Well, I mean, it's funny to watch him react when you ask him for things. He tries to be nice about it.
Since when?
Since never.
Exactly.
I mean, he fails, but he tries.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna pat her on the shoulder and make my way to the bridge.
Alright. So you arrive back on the bridge.
Commander,
Captain.
are our guests settling in well?
I suppose. It's my cousin and his fiancée and one of their retinue.
Your cousin at this time. You mean the current monarchy of Delphi?
Mm-hmm.
Is
He's hating it, isn't he? No, it's like he's hating this, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
You guys just... Drake is sitting in, the corner going, how many members of your family does this ship able to hold?
Franklin?
More than a clown car.
Talus just kind of looks over at him and is just eye rolls.
Franklin, do not make me go around another black hole and collect another era's version of my family, because I will do it just to annoy.
I think you should be more worried about them annoying you.
Oh, I have a high tolerance for bullshit.
Really? There's no less than let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 members of the Wawanters family on board. This is enough to potentially cause a total breakdown of order on this ship.
Shame.
I don't mean in a good way. No offense, I like Descheno, and he's actually was pretty well received according to our threat assessment system, but he risks destabilizing. Well, let's just put it this way: he's far more loose than the rest of the family, from what I've read.
You haven't read reports of You haven't read reports of the Admiral early on.
I don't mean like that. I mean, he's extremely flippant towards authority.
Like the Admiral.
Oh no, The Admiral at least tries to keep some caution to the wind.
I assume Catheris and I just look at each other.
Yeah. We just look back at Drake.
Yeah.
Look, I know it's
Who wants to tell
debatable.
him?
Look, I know it's debatable with Ted's history. But, yeah, just wait. We're talking about someone who gets on Ted's nerves because he gets on Ted's nerves deliberately. As opposed to accidentally like everyone else.
Oh no, it's perfect. He's perfect. He's wonderful.
He is. I hate to admit it, he is.
So, what of our standing orders now that we've rescued 3 VIPs?
Not to tell them anything about what happens, to keep completely silent, to let them return to Delphi and meet their inevitable.
It is standard Well, I'm going to say it's standard Starfleet policy to keep the timeline intact, despite current Starfleet's policies.
So
Yeah.
it's an interesting calculus, Starfleet's decision regarding who gets to live and who gets to die and who gets to fight in an Iconian war twice.
Ariel pipes in at this point. The logic is pretty sound. At this point in time, the Federation needs any ship that it can. The fact that this crew unfortunately has to fight through it a second time and has knowledge of the future, normally they would permit you to return. It likely indicates that something else is afoot.
A further temporal breach?
To quote the great Klingon poet Shakespeare, something is rotten in the state of Denmark.
Or alternatively, we are required to be here to ensure future events will continue to transpire.
So it's like a paradox.
So Raz just groans. Temporal.
In other words, Ariel, you are saying we have to be responsible for the deaths of the Delphinian monarch.
You also ensure that he will be dying in the place that he is supposed to die.
Why does he have to, though?
Because he already has.
But it's... You see how unhappy he is with having all of this stuff on his shoulders?
Sadly, this version of him will never be any happier about it.
I believe she was referring to they were referring to the Apple.
Yeah.
As was I.
I just... Why can't we do something ultimately good for both ourselves and the future?
Because we have no idea what this change would bring to the timeline. It's entirely possible that making this small change, we could be allowing the Iconians to win.
I could run some simulations to find out what might come of that.
If you're able to run simulations, that would,
Yeah, how well did that work out for the Krenim?
The who?
They are a race.
the timeline species from Voyager.
Yeah,
Year of
no,
Help.
I know that, but
Oh, okay.
In
I'm not sure
character.
how much Kagon or any of the rest of us would know about it.
Well, you guys were all at the Krenim time station. If
Oh,
you guys
okay.
checked into your records, you guys saw that you were there. You know who they are. And yes, they ran simulations and they didn't predict what was going to happen to them. And there's evidence of sometimes during the war when they were making adjustments they were not aware of, trying to end this war. Predicting the timeline is an inherently dangerous task. And this is Ariel speaking. Trying to compensate for every single variable is impossible. There's even some evidence pointing that the timeline will attempt to overcorrect, almost as some have described, a spiteful action to those who want to change history. In doing so, those who have tried to go back to the past and change have in fact made things worse.
Mm-hmm. And we got lucky, winning the war. To try and change it now would be illogical.
And yet, did Kirk not go back into his planet's future, or back into his planet's past, retrieve 2 humpback whales, and save the Federation in the process?
Captain Kirk is also known for being explicitly complicated when it comes to temporal history. Some records, according to public record of the temporal investigation, suggest that taking those 2 whales prevented public outcry against the hunting of humpback whales that would have prevented their extinction in the 21st century, thereby causing the very event that required him to go back in time and rescue them.
As it stands, we're not smart enough to answer these questions.
Tactically speaking, we can't risk it. There's too much at stake.
As the Vulcan philosopher Surak once said, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. And unfortunately, King de Chenon Ventress is in the few.
bullshit.
It's not up for us to decide.
I've never known him, or I did know him, or whatever. I just met him. And he's already the nicest person.
And at this point, Drake leans over. Then why don't you go down there and spend what time you have with him while you can?
Because if I do spend time with him, what if I say something I'm not supposed to?
Well, then you can just wait for Ted to probably do that for you.
Fuck that. That's my fun.
I think you should go down. You're never going
Right.
to get this chance again. You can go ahead and take the rest of the day off.
If you need me, you know where to contact.
No, I'm sure the flashing red lights will let you know.
Yeah, well, if it's anything less severe, then...
Kath,
Huh?
if it makes you feel any better, I know what you're going through.
Yeah, I think a lot of people on this ship do. Drake,
Yes, Commander?
don't fuck up my commands while I'm gone.
No intention of doing so. Go enjoy yourself.
I do like the I'm watching you look as I back out into the into the.
He just rolls his eyes and goes back to work. Alright. So I take it you're going down to C dash then?
Yeah, and if he's with Masaka, then whomsoever.
So he's with Mizaka and Ted at the moment.
Oh, good.
As you walk in the room, Dash is in the middle of telling a story, and then, and I can't believe she did this, she falls over the railing into the relaxation pond and starts throwing mud balls at the High Priest. Which is totally fine with me, because the High Priest can go fuck himself.
What's the vibe of the room as I walk in?
Zach is genuinely laughing at this. I don't know how Ted's reacting.
Trying to smile while holding a fruit drink in his hand.
Am I interrupting?
Not at all. Come in, Catheris. Come in.
Captain let you off duty?
Yeah. Family time.
You see Ted bite his lower lip a bit. Right. Great.
So what is it you're not telling me, Ted? You know, you really suck at this, and I do know when you're lying through your teeth.
Because his lips are moving? I mean, what?
I gotta get a better poker face.
You had one to begin with?
Oh, yeah. No, remember, anytime I'm facing Romulans, it's like freaking wall, but with family, it's just gone.
This is more
Wow.
than family issues. If this was family issues, this would be you throwing things and more tequila than just a fruit drink.
I don't drink that much anymore.
I know you don't. The fact that you and Catheris are in the same room and you're not throwing things at each other was the first clue something's up.
Alright, well. First off, Temple Prime Directive. Secondly, due to circumstances I can't explicitly get into, nor can the commander lost their memory.
Hi. Nice to meet you for the first time, but not really.
Okay. I already figured the Temporal Prime Directive thing because I just talked to you 2 days ago when you were on board the Palatine.
Oh god, was that... Oh, god, that's what that was.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, that's where we are.
And I had just gotten off the call with you with a very different hairstyle right before we were attacked, Catheris.
Oh, can I ask what I said?
A lot of nothing. As typical, you pretty much just stay in contact with me, and I already know that it's because you like staying in contact with people with power.
Yeah.
Mm,
It doesn't seem like the same person I'm talking to now.
yeah, some stuff has definitely changed.
That's good. Because I really would like it if you wouldn't kill one of my bodyguards again. This isn't something to laugh about.
No, it's nervous laughter.
Whoopsie doodle.
I don't know if I should apologize.
I get the feeling you're not the same person, so I would say no. But I would say if you really want something close to that, make sure you don't become that person again. Or maybe that was just too...
As far as I'm aware, that's pretty much impossible.
So Ted, how does it happen?
Oh, no, I'm not saying anything.
Well, you already have just by responding to the question.
I walk over to the replicator.
Okay, what happens? You cut out.
I'm gonna walk over to the replicator and kind of like lean my forehead against the wall. Oh.
Ted, you just see him lean in. And you know this is the I'm calling your bluff. Don't bullshit me. Something's gonna happen to me and you don't want to tell me.
Dash, don't do this.
Ted, don't do this to me. I've been with far better liars and people far better at keeping secrets.
This is the timeline we're talking about, Dash.
If it's my fate to meet something out there, I want to meet it with dignity.
No, you don't get to pull that card. Nobody gets to pull that fucking card. On me.
Why not? You get to pull it on everyone else.
Yeah, because I carry the fucking burden.
What burden?
That's gonna do a composure roll.
Oh yeah.
Also, Catheris has tried 3 times to order whiskey and has been locked out every single time.
Thank you, Ariel.
Because the replicators are locked out entirely on this right now. Alright. You've got a floating momentum if you want to spend it.
What can I spend it on for a composure roll? Oh, I know. Ted does something you've never seen him do before, and then he takes a deep breath, closes his mind, and actually kind of goes into a meditative stance that probably Zach suggested he try, but never actually got around to. It just lets the aggression kind of leave through his nostrils.
Did you see Zach? Catheris, you see Zach just go, the actual fuck? He never actually does that.
Oh boy. Ooh.
Dash is actually going to do an insight check on you again.
Okay.
And
what do I oppose?
You can oppose if you want.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that you get for doing the meditation, you're going to get a bonus success.
Okay.
But so, I am going to, however, spend 3 die. 3 momentum for 2 extra die.
Okay.
And unfortunately for you, Desheno has focuses in psychology and temporal mechanics.
Jackass. Oh, but I get to spend a determination.
You may, but then
What? Go ahead. Sorry?
But then I'll spend a determination as well, just as a warning.
Fine. Man, fuck authority, especially when you are authority.
Can I
And he's the
assist-
king, so...
Yeah.
Can I assist Ash?
Go for it. I will allow it.
I'm grabbing a die for momentum.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, Dash is using the value of love your family even though they're assholes.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
What am I
We are
rolling?
so self-destructive in this family.
What am I rolling for this? Insight, what?
Insight command.
I'm assuming I'm rolling control command?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Do I have a focus?
Aww.
Because I'm trying to command it up at this point.
Let me double check on Ted's character sheet. I will allow temporal mechanics because you're trying to hide things about the future.
I was probably going to go command presence because I'm going to start getting official.
Yeah, you try to go that route, it's not going to work.
Alright. Do this. That's 5.
So they match.
Yeah.
But, so... Oh god, so
Tie
he's
goes to the aggressor.
which goes to the king. And he just swings and he goes, I die, don't I? Reading right through Ted.
Ted reaches behind himself, pulls his hand to his pocket, pulls it out, and tosses something small over to Zach.
And Zach catches it. What am I holding?
It's a ring.
Is it that ring?
It is.
Zach holds it and goes, and then actually shows it to Dash. Ah. So maybe today I get to call you Your Majesty, you big pain in the ass.
Don't you fucking...
Don't.
No, you know what? I just need to know one thing. How many of us are there left? Is it all the nobility? Is it just a couple of people? Is it just you?
The civilians are still around. Trying to set up a government.
The nobles are gone.
They're trying to set up a civilian government. I've covering until that's been set up.
But the nobles are all gone.
Yeah.
And the reaction you don't expect. He starts laughing. And shockingly, a grin comes across his face. Ted? That is the best news I have fucking heard in years.
I know you're trying to influence change on Delphi, but I didn't imagine you had to.
You don't understand. The civilian government was collapsing.
What?
Internal coup. The
What?
nobles. The nobles. They've been working on it for generations, goddamn them.
This is fucking news to me.
Yeah, they didn't want you in on it because your mother was a traitor to them. Anyone who rejects that lifestyle, they consider outside.
A fucking coup. In this day and age.
I know, right?
On a Federation planet.
Oh, they had started before we had even made contact with the Federation. That's how long this had been planned.
What do you think was gonna happen?
What they were going to is they were hoping to do something like the Andorians. Still bringing it right back to the nobility, but still members of the Federation.
That would have made it an oligarchy. They wouldn't have been allowed.
It's technically allowed. The Andorians are still an empire inside the Federation. And the Betazoids are literally a matriarchy made of noble houses.
There would have been a mass exodus.
No, there wouldn't have.
Why not?
Because they had been playing up to democracy's weakness this whole time. You see,
people?
basically, Ted, they were planning on... Have you actually looked at the makeup of the house? Trace back most of their lineage. 3/4 of them are descended from noble bastards. No, that was deliberate. No one in the nobility can serve. But bastard children from 200 years ago were not considered part of the families. They held no titles. When they saw the writing on the wall with the revolution that was going to bring democracy, they let it happen. And then they rigged the system. Slowly.
Jesus.
Ted, if my death means those assholes are all dead too, I'm not going to be upset.
If I had known, I would have just stomped over there, tore it down piece by piece, by fucking hand. God damn it.
Well,
You have a real hero complex, huh?
oh, it's the worst with him. You have a more important duty to do. You need to build something, and you need to be the last king.
That was always my plan.
Good.
The minute the civilian government's up, I am out. I am just taking the whole thing down.
You damn well better.
Oh, if he tries to pull some fuck shit,
Oh, you get on his ass.
yeah.
God.
Look, I have to ask, do you know if she...
We don't know. Records are lost.
So you don't know for sure if she lived or died?
No, but where I come... We're 6 months in the future. Might as well just fucking know. After the war ends, we're still putting things together, and a lot of records are destroyed.
I see. Ted? You keep being you, man. I love you, Uncle.
I love you too, you little shit.
And he just gives a big hug. I need to go have a little meeting. Excuse me.
Remember, Temple Prime Directive.
Yeah,
We
like
won.
you...
We won this war by the skin of our goddamn teeth. You better believe I'm gonna uphold it.
Yeah, but I don't think that applies to anyone who already knows the... And he winks
Boy.
and walks out the door.
I swear to God!
Oh, I like him.
Yeah, you always did.
Everyone did.
Zach. And he holds out his hand.
And gives it back.
Puts it back in his pocket. You know this means she knew, right? Grandmother?
Oh, yeah.
Wait. I have a question. This is
Mhm.
just a general... I have a shirt in my room with your face on it.
Oh my God! You have that?
I forgot that I gave that to you.
Oh! My God!
Was that part? I wonder if that whole thing was part of, like, the taking down of, like, the monarchy.
As
I
far as
actually have 3.
I
I didn't know what they were at first when I found them because I didn't know who you were. But I thought you were like some sort of like a singer or something that I liked.
At this point, Mazaka leans over to Basco, opens his backpack, and pulls out a fourth one.
Ted's just pinching the bridge of his nose.
Still wear it to bed.
Certainly makes the freaking. We need more to fucking light. God damn it. We risked our lives for those people, and they pulled this shit.
Wow, it's almost like politics or corruption.
Now you see why I don't want to be in this fucking business.
Who does?
Yeah.
The nobles.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we're gonna switch scenes here. Captain Harrison, your bell rings to your ready room.
Come in.
And the king walks in. Captain,
Your Majesty,
may I?
please.
And please don't call me Your Majesty. I fucking hate titles. Just call me Dash.
Very well.
So, I wanted you to know that I have become aware of the situation on board this ship. And
Was it Catharis?
No, just Ted's a terrible liar. I love my uncle, but he's not very good when it comes to dealing with any member of his family.
That does seem to be his primary weakness.
Well, regardless, I know the Temporal Prime Directive, and I'm going to take it, the knowledge I have gained, to my grave, which I know is sooner than I would like it to be. But we don't get to choose when that is. I, however, have a request for you.
Alright.
From what I understand, and I checked with your ship's lovely artificial intelligence, my fiancé and my unborn child are listed strictly as missing in action, not deceased. There's no records of where they are during the latter half of this war.
That would be correct.
I want you to keep them on board the ship. At least until you can get them to someplace safe, but I'm not going to have my family line end with me. If there is a chance that at least one of us can live, I'll walk to my fate.
Very well.
Thank you. And Captain,
Yes?
if Catharis gives you a hard time, realize that it's because either she cares too much or too little.
Okay. And if I may give you a piece of advice, it's they, not she.
Well, that's a change, but I'll get used to it very quickly. Thank you, Captain.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and one more thing.
Is it about that Telexian cook? Because I already apologized about her ordering the fish sticks with the chocolate pudding.
No. Harrison does a little bit of a double take at that. No. If you could just once refer to the Admiral as Your Majesty before you leave, I would actually enjoy that.
He reaches into his pocket, hands out an ice linear chip, and best of collection. Was always a good luck charm for me.
Thank you. You'll take it.
He winks and walks out the door.
And that's it.
All right. Anyone else want to have a scene right now? We got free time.
We should check in on Varask, because...
Yeah, let's check in on the doctor and his patient.
I mean, I do
Alright.
have a patient. I wasn't sure if I needed to do anything for that.
Yeah, we're gonna do that right now. Alright. Doctor, can I get you to do a reason medical roll? And I'm gonna have the our lovely nurse Fravaros assist you. Difficulty on this one is gonna be 1.
Nice.
Oh no! Alright. So you got gain of momentum. But here's the complication. This dude's nervous system is breaking down because of exposure to Iconian weapon fire. You don't think there's anything you can do to save him, except maybe give something for the pain. Or knock him out so he sleeps through it.
Because in the
Okay.
25th century, assisted suicide is still not a thing.
It is on Vulcan, it's just still controversial inside Starfleet.
I will try to make this person as comfortable as possible.
Alright. Yeah, you give him some anesthetine, and they eventually, after a couple hours, pass away. And Vavaros just kind of sits on one of the bio beds and just shakes her head and goes, "What a waste. What a waste."
I'm sorry that there wasn't more we could do for him. Them.
It's just so goddamn frustrating. And she punches one of the monitors and breaks through it because Vulcan strength.
He's going to eye that and... Not again.
Sickbay, it's like target practice.
I understand that it's frustrating, but... Try to look at it in a different view. We may not be able to save this man, but with the knowledge we gain from trying to help him, maybe we can save others.
It just pisses me off. I'm starting to see what those monks were warning me about.
Emotions are very powerful things.
Doctor,
Yes.
I hate this.
Which part?
All of it. I hate watching people die. I hate not being able to do anything about this war. Knowing that this war basically is just going to pass. It's not going to be a victory or a loss. It just ends. Like, what is it all for?
Absolutely nothing. Say it again.
I'm just imagining Kagon sticking his head in the door, doing an attack.
I can't answer that. But I can probably give you a different perspective to view on it.
Please.
We know the larger scale of things. We know that in the end, we win by the skin of our teeth, as the saying goes. What we don't know, and what we can't know, are the small things that are within this larger victory. The moments that make up a whole. It's those little moments, those victories or those losses that I plan to concentrate and put my efforts towards. Small movements, small steps.
Then I guess I look for the small moments then.
Mm.
And, Doctor, when the big ones overwhelm me, will you be there to help me?
Of course.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, if you excuse me, I have to go write up a death certificate and then file a report with the captain. Damn it.
If you like, if you still feel this frustration, I'm sure there are several programs that you can run on the holodeck to destroy rather than the computers in my medbay.
Ariel pipes in. Please, dear God, just don't use the captain's programs. Why? Just don't ask. Don't ask, please.
Especially not the one with the saw blades.
Varas is going to go to a working console and activate a comm. Engineering to medbay. Could I have a repair team come up here, please?
Zahan's just like, seriously, again? What the hell are you making of those things? Bullseyes?
It's not the captain this time. I'll explain when you send a repair team.
Is it Kagon? Catharis?
Nope.
The Admiral?
No.
Oh, this will have a story behind it. On my way.
Thank you.
And with that, we're going to cut away to a different scene because someone requested one. Logan, you're still working in your office when you get the autopsy report, and the doorbell rings again.
Come in.
And Commander Catharis walks in.
Commander.
Captain.
I just got the notice from Dr. Varask. Apparently our third patient wasn't able to be saved.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah. So, what brings you in?
Can I have a conversation with you off the record?
Certainly. Harrison will tap a few buttons and turn off internal sensors in the room. Feel free to speak. Pardon?
How are you doing?
Sorry, you cut out again.
God damn it! How are you? How are you doing?
I'm all right. Stone face.
Of course you're all right. I mean, if I'm feeling this over a cousin I just met and can't remember, I don't know how you're dealing with it.
I'm not. I'm hoping we get back to the present before it becomes an issue.
Well, I'm here for you. You know, if you need anything. I know that things have been weird and tense and stuff is all over the place, but I'm always here to listen.
No, thank you. Actually, I could make a request now that the offer's on the table.
Yeah, go ahead.
If we ever run into Linda while we're out here, you may have to take command, because I feel like I may have to take myself off duty to avoid any sort of complications.
Yeah, I actually was going to say that if that came up, I was going to see if we could recuse you. So I'm glad that you're also thinking about it.
I can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah, I understand. And part of me also wants to help, but I
Which
guess...
Admittedly, I was a little frustrated why you wanted to change the timeline in terms of Dash.
I want to change the timeline in terms of every...
Yeah.
I want to save everyone.
Yeah. And it's incredibly painful. It's lethal when you can't. You're just carrying it around. And you see Harrison actually started like tapping nervously on his desk.
What's up?
It's selfish for me that I still want to try.
I honestly think it's the least selfish thing.
How's that?
Okay, maybe that was a lie. But I suppose I should say that it's a selfishness that I can excuse.
I mean, if I had to talk you out of saving Dash, and it's not fair for me to try to save Linda.
I mean, I also want to save Talus's family.
Yeah. But Talus's family died after they had come. Not much we can do about that.
I know, but it doesn't change how I feel.
And if we go that far, what about saving everyone who on the ship who lost their memories?
Oh, believe me, I've thought about that too.
Yeah? Has that come up recently?
I think about it sometimes, and then I think about how apparently I'm the biggest asshole in the universe with my memories.
Harrison reaches over and takes a sip of coffee.
Yeah, apparently I killed one of Dash's bodyguards.
Well, to be fair, you thought he was a changeling at the time.
Huh.
That's not even close to correct, but I'll let you roll with the trolling.
Well, I have no idea what the actual situation was. I was ad-libbing.
Oh, whatever.
Or was it Undyne? One of those two.
It was probably, or, he looked at me fine.
And Don, we can hear your bag rustling on the mic.
Whoopsie doodle.
But I actually also wanted to see, because don't think I didn't notice both you and the Admiral's reaction to when we were talking to your beloved mother.
What in particular?
My agreeing with Section 31's tactics.
You are allowed to have your opinions.
No matter how wrong you think they are.
So long as you're still willing to follow orders, then yes.
It's not so much all of it. It's just some rules should be a little bit more flexible than others.
There is nothing wrong with flexibility. After all, the Prime Directive is not set in stone. It's a living document. But I have my own perspective on the organization, as you know. And the Admiral has a sordid history with them. One involving personal betrayal and humiliation and
awkward waddling.
And I suppose the best way to say it would be this deception of consent.
Ah.
So he knows firsthand what the damage of those tactics can do. And given I was physically transformed by my own mother in order to achieve the status of the perfect operative, a situation which I did not have an ability to consent to. The biggest problem with Section 31 is that they violate the very freedoms they espouse to protect. And they violate them as a matter of course. And if they're the ultimate authority on the subject, then who gets to tell them when they've gone too far?
Well, no one, that's the point.
That's also the problem.
Well, if it weren't for them, the Dominion War wouldn't have ended.
Perhaps.
But they are responsible for a lot of death. But I just wanted to let you know that I'm not as... I sometimes toe the company line to make people happy.
You were trying to curry some favor from Admiral Komarova?
She's got friends in high places.
She survived.
I really hope so. As much as you two don't get along, I don't think you deserve another lot. Or she deserves to die.
I am ambivalent on the idea.
Well, I apparently have two parents who care about me now. I just had to go 6 months into the past and lose my memory and have them fight constantly over the fact that apparently I was an asshole even before I joined Section 3.
A little bit. But they're there. They care.
I wish I could share it with you, that's all. You deserve to be happy.
Thank you. I hope I manage to get there at some point.
Try this thing called smiling.
But that would ruin my image.
It actually improves your own mood when you...
But then how would I be the stern-faced captain?
You weren't when we first woke up. I don't know if you remember, but you were the friendly guy.
I'll try.
I'm gonna pat him on the shoulder. You get inside your head too much.
Saying I should socialize more?
Yeah.
Alright. You want to run one of my training programs with me?
No.
They're not that difficult.
Some of us can't grow limbs back when they're hacked up.
You would have been just fine, you know. Yeah, your training, have your experience. I mean, you used to be able to keep up with me all the time.
I will push you into a pool.
Alright, your loss.
But no, go socialize, go talk with Dash, go terrorize.
Speaking of, Dash should speak to me. Our second VIP, Harrison goes on the computer to pull up her name.
Which I gotta reload it off
no.
conversation, isn't it? Because I freaking Kayasi Alarendra.
Ayasi?
Kayasi.
Kayasi.
Yeah. KE''YAASI. Surname ALRENDARA.
Alright. Speaking of, Dash has asked us to ask for his fiancée, Kiasi, to stay on board while we transfer him to Delphi.
I mean, she does just go miss.
There's a bit of a gray area.
I think I know a place where she might like.
Alright, if we can arrange something. We obviously know the places where the Iconians don't hit, so we could just...
Also, do me a favor.
Alright?
Just the smallest favor.
Uh-huh.
Am I a better person?
Than before?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't treat people as numbers. Not everything is a cold calculus.
I don't know. I was gonna make a really bad joke about you being number one in my book, and then I realized that it was a lie, so back out of this conversation really quickly.
Yeah, probably.
Smile more, worry less, have fun.
I will take that under advisement.
Thanks.
Bye.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think we need to cut the scene short here.
Yeah.
Because we've got another requested scene, and then I've got one more scene before we transfer off our VIP special guest star. But, Kagon, you're down in the mess hall when you see Drake eating dinner.
Was I in a meal, or am I just like coming into the mess hall at this point?
You're just walking in.
Gotcha. Order a glass of. Actually, no. I'll order Gach, and then go to sit down across from Drake.
Drake immediately looks up when you sit down at him.
At ease. It's a joke.
A very poor one. And I just have more questions. Why are you sitting with me?
The captain has asked me to look into methods of returning to our own time, and I would be remiss if I did not consider asking you if you had any resources along that line.
I do. Unfortunately, at this point in time, all those assets are in Iconian-controlled territory.
I see.
The unfortunate truth is, if DTI is telling us to stay here, we're probably stuck. And I freaking hate it.
When did DTI gain this authority? Are you familiar?
This is their authority.
They're an investigatory arm, not a directive one.
Well, the Temporal Prime Directive is Starfleet's, well, first directive. The fact is, temporal investigations can determine whether or not we're supposed to go to the future or stay in the past. They're the ones supposed to regulate it.
Does Section
No.
31 not exist outside those regulations?
I'll admit we have, but the fact is, as I've stated before, those resources aren't available right now.
Because they're in Iconian space.
And frankly, I'm not in the mood to fight a bunch of Iodon dreadnoughts to get at them. Look, I hate this just as much as you do, and I want to get back to my own time. Living through this war was hell. I still have nightmares.
Would you consider sharing your information with the captain and letting him make the call on whether he wants to risk the ship and the crew? After all, it would be his decision to make.
Make a persuasion check.
All right, what do I need to roll?
So this is going to be opposed. This is a presence command opposed by control command. Or actually, it'll be control security because of Drake's unique position. And
Okay.
I need to reload.
I'm going to spend my non-Iconian determination here, if I may.
You absolutely may.
And I'm thinking one of two values could apply here. Either I will fight for my ship and its crew,
I'll allow it.
or science is the way of the warrior.
I'll fight for my ship and my crew sounds more appropriate for the situation.
I thought so too. I'm also going to take a die for momentum.
Okay?
Or by, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I am going to, because this is so Drake actually gets 2 dice to this, and then I'm actually going to spend a threat for an additional one, so he's going to max out.
Oh, he gets 2 extra dice from what?
He has a talent for this.
Okay.
Whenever someone tries to persuade or intimidate him.
I wouldn't have thought about the intimidate.
Yeah, I know, but it's in there.
Well, 3 successes is probably going to be easy for him to beat.
Yeah, he beats it. He goes, Logan already knows what I know. If he wanted to, he could take the ship in anytime he wanted. He's chosen not to. And this is his ship. And I, for the moment, am a guest.
It may not have occurred to him that he remembers these resources, but I will remind him. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll just kind of stand up, take my gawk with me out of the mess hall.
Player gonna play, science gonna science.
Something like that, for sure. And
once I step out,
before you do that, though, you know what
okay.
you do hear behind you?
Mm-hmm.
You hear something get slammed against the wall, and you turn around and you see Drake actually threw his food against the wall and just put his hands in his head.
I'll just keep walking out.
Alright, and we're gonna have one quick scene before we drop off the VIPs. Once again, Captain, your doorbell rings.
Just trying to make reports here. All right, fine. Come in.
And the good doctor walks in, holding a small bag of what looks to be cookies.
Dr. Mzaka.
Just call me Zach. Logan. We've known each other too long. I just wanted to give you these. And he hands you over a bag of macaroons.
Oh, my favorites. Thank you.
I know. I used to make them for you when you were a kid.
Yeah, I know. So was this just a social call, or?
Partially, I wanted you to know that, much like my own child, I know you've been going through some, let's just say, less than stellar situations.
From what I understand, apparently your gossip is about to turn the entire ship to a warp core breach, but...
Well, I did want to say that if you ever needed someone to talk to, I'm here.
I appreciate that. Catheris offered me the same thing.
But I also understand your relationship with Catheris and understand that sometimes you would really not enjoy that.
I'm also not entirely sure how thrilled the Admiral would be if we suddenly became buddy-buddy.
You know what? I love my husband, but he's an asshole, and frankly, he doesn't get to determine who my friends are, and to be blunt, you deserve a better parent than the one you got.
We make do with the hands that were dealt.
Even if that's the case, I'm offering you a better hand if you want it. And he turns and walks out.
Person's gonna grab a cookie and start munching on it.
It's really good. They're freshly made.
I miss these. Munch.
Alright. So, you eventually get word that the USS Sydney is going to come and transport Deshino back to Delphi. And after a few hours, you rendezvous. Who is going to be in the transporter bay when he beams over?
Me.
He's the visiting head of state, so I'll assume the captain, the admiral. Catheris. And door's open if anyone else wants to go. Or be there.
Sure, I could be there.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I don't have enough space to put you guys on this all the extras on the screen, so I'm just gonna have the big three plus Dash.
No, that's fine.
The shadowy figure.
Actually, really creative use of a gradient.
Thank you. I used young Ted's head on old Ted's body. And then squished old Ted's body because Dash is kind of... Unlike Ted, he's not muscular. He's kind of like a very tall, skinny person. He's actually taller than Catheris.
Tall bean.
Mm-hmm. And so he's got his, like, the Starfleet issue duffel bag. And he's holding his fiancée hand and just giving sweet talk to her as they're standing next to the transporter pad. She's crying. Don't worry, honey. Life is what it is. Live a good one. Ted. Uncle. Thank you. And don't be such a goddamn stick in the mud. No. And
he just can tell me how to live my own goddamn life.
He puts his hands on both your cheeks and goes, because every time you try to live your life by your own goddamn rules, you end up hurting everyone around you, especially yourself.
All right.
Called out.
Ted, you're better than you think you are.
And you're the best of us.
Don't stroke my ego. There's none to be had. And be good to them. And he looks right at Catheris. To whom he then walks over to. So, cousin, for you, this is a meeting and a parting.
Yeah, it's been a hell of a day.
Well, at least I know you'll remember me. That's how we all stay alive, isn't it? Once we're gone?
Yeah, it is. I actually have something for you.
Oh?
had to spare some resources, but I think you're worth it. And I'm gonna pull out a freshly replicated copy of Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance and hand it.
He laughs and he goes, "You know, Zach already gave me a copy of this, right?"
This one is my own copy.
No, you keep this. Because I
No.
know this belonged to your father first. He looked right at Zach.
It's a authentic replication. I have the original.
Alright, well, I'll keep it with me.
I think you'll enjoy my notes in the margin.
Oh, I'm sure I will. Though I assume these ones will be less bloody than the ones that used to be in the books that you wrote in the columns of when we were kids.
I still remember the flip book, and that's what Harrison says.
Do we hug? Do we?
Whatever you want, Kath. You
Uh,
know, we're the ones who gave each other those nicknames, right?
well, your name is too damn long.
Yeah, it is. It's stupid.
I'm
In case
gonna.
your Keisha names are just pretentious, too, so...
I look over at Misaka as I hug him.
The Mazaka nods. And he just goes, "I love you, Kath." And he gives you a hug.
Love you too.
Captain?
Dash?
Take good care of them. You got... I wouldn't say the finest in Starfleet, but they're pretty damn fine regardless.
Thank you. And I'd say the fun. And I will keep an eye out for them. As well as... And he nods over to Gisara. Gisara.
Sure. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And Zach, I don't need to say anything to you. Yeah, of course not, because it'd be really awkward for the GM to have this conversation all by himself.
Well,
Hey. So it's like...
And so he get...
So they have a moment.
Yeah, they have a moment. And then Dash gets up on the transporter pad.
Right before he's about to is he gonna have any last words?
Yes, as he starts beaming.
Oh no, right before he starts beaming, Ted will actually stand at attention and salute.
You son of a bitch, I was gonna do the same thing.
And I assume by following Ted's example, everybody does.
Yeah.
Yep.
And as he's beamed away, he just shakes his head. You hear, "You're such a pain in the ass, Your Majesty." And then is gone. You know this. You realize that's his last words to you, right?
yeah, we get it. Thanks for the emotional dagger.
Yeah, I could have picked up on that, Zach.
Yeah, I
And
couldn't
this is
pick
why
better
he-
one.
This is why he was our favorite.
I'm standing right here.
I love you all too, though. You gigantic pains in the ass.
Drive me to a goddamn early grave.
Oh, we should be so lucky.
Yeah.
Not while I'm the doctor of this ship.
See, somebody's looking out for me.
Just don't punch my monitors.
Why would anyone punch a monitor? Those things are super hard.
Eyes just scoot over towards the captain.
The captain is neutral face. I mean, seriously, you know what they're made out of? As Ted starts walking out the door.
Yes, I do.
I'm gonna loop my arms with with Dash's fiance and lead her to her.
Aw. Well, at the end of the night, as you all retire to your quarters, where we're going to end off is, Ted, you receive an automated text message sent to your pad informing you of the destruction of the USS Amazon, which everyone here will get to roleplay next week.
Da, 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 da. We're gonna be an emotional.
This is fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
And for all of you at home, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.